not all inmates have the luxury of long family visits. This is segregation, what inmates call the hole. Here, 100 inmates live in isolation 22 hours a day, with nothing to do, no one to talk to, and no view of the outside.
Is it Boggs?
And Thomas Boggs just arrived. He asked to come here for protective custody. During a routine strip search, a CO discovered bruising on Boggs' arm and leg. When questioned, he came up with an unconvincing story about a game he was playing with other inmates.
I was playing a martial arts game called Hit for Hit, and it's a self-control thing, and they don't have self-control. But you're not supposed to leave marks, but they did, and I didn't think anything of it until after it happened, and then I was like, oh, crap. So I take my punishment as it's needed, and that's all I can do. I made the mistake of playing the game, I gotta live with it.
One of the men suspected of hitting Boggs is also in the hole. It's his former cellmate, Jerome Anderson. He doesn't back up Boggs' story.
So he was saying they were playing some tit-for-tat game or something? I mean, what's that whole thing about?
He said he was playing tit-for-tat. I don't know.
Anderson says he can't explain the bruising.
As far as I know, he probably gave them to him himself. He got some issues. He ain't type I like to be around, me. He's funny.
Boggs made his situation even worse by asking for protective custody, or PC.
Once someone checks into PC, you know, what's their rep on the yard?
He's a coward. He ain't no good. He's on his own.
Boggs hoped segregation would keep him safe, but the hole is miserable.
It gets hard to sleep at night because every once in a while you get the people that'll just sit there for hours and hours just screaming and banging on the doors and talking about random nothingness.
The few times Boggs leaves his cell, other inmates threaten him.
Yeah, PC! Yeah, PC, I'm gonna get you home! Get you!
Childish.
The only time segregation inmates get to go outside is at night for 1 hour of recreation. They're locked in 19 by 3-foot cages. Boggs' old friend, Ben Byford, has been in the hole for 3 weeks, and Boggs is eager to talk to him.
Yeah.
Hello, tell me it's Boggs.
How much, Ben?
Hey, is this the first time you came out?
As they talk, Byford reveals the hole is pushing him over the edge.
I don't know, man. I want commissary and I want to be able to look out my window and that's bothers me. Bleh. Man, I'm way hyper. All this walking, I just keep getting faster and faster.
Ben, did they increase your meds?
No, they took my meds away, dude. Hey, they took me off Adderall and Trazodone and put me on Depakote, Seroquel, and something else. Dude, I've been sweating out of nowhere and hot or cold sweats and I've been dreaming some crazy ass.
Now more than ever, Boggs wants out of the hole. He'll ask to return to general population. This time, he's confident he'll fit in.
Boggs, time to see the review committee.
Thomas Boggs isn't handling the hole as well as Dodd. After 3 weeks, he says the isolation brings out his violent tendencies.
The violence stems from a need to get back at the world, I guess. It's kind of like you corner an animal, it's going to get pissed off and it's going to start lashing out at everything.
He wants to return to general population, or GP. And despite being attacked, he's optimistic the prison will let him.
Mr. Boggs, come on in, have a seat.
Good morning.
Okay, we're the classification committee. How things going?
Could be better, could be worse.
Trying to figure out what to do with you. What are your thoughts on going back out there to GP status?
I don't think there'd be any problems as long as I'm not in the room with the same people.
Really?
Yeah.
The committee is stunned at how out of touch he is with reality.
So now you're not concerned about it being a problem if you go back?
No.
Well, what do you think the guys that were on the unit, if you were to go to their room, how they're gonna feel?
I have no idea.
So you're wanting to go back?
Well, if there's a way I could do all of the GED and vocational and welding and get one of the boat job or the telemarketing job and be in PC, I'd like to do that, but...
That's not gonna happen.
That's not an option.
Yeah.
Thomas Boggs starts his 23rd night in the hole, a place he hates. For his own safety, this is where he'll stay. Prison officials decided, for now, he cannot return to general population.
He was worried that the whole unit would be against me. Everything spreads. You get a problem with one person, you're gonna have a problem with 10 people. Have a problem with 10 people, you're gonna have a problem with 100 people.
Boggs hangs on to the unrealistic hope that the inmates will eventually accept him.
And if nothing blows over while I'm in PC, like why I'm in PC gets forgotten and blows over in the yard and nobody makes a big deal out of it, I might check out.
But his former cellmate Jerome Anderson won't let them forget. The prison released him from the hole because they couldn't prove he attacked Boggs. COs moved Boggs to long-term segregation, where he could spend the next decade of his life. He won't escape the label of protective custody. As long as he's at Fort Dodge, he'll be a marked man.
In the car.